Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. As you can see, it's another solo episode. We're back after a week off. I do apologize for some conflicting schedules, and it's happened again this week, but we pushed through, and I want to get this episode out to you. So I'm going to consistently be doing solo episodes if we have to, and pushing for some more guests to come on the show. So look forward to that. Got a few in the workings at the moment as we speak. But yeah, as for myself, started a new job, which I've been thoroughly enjoying, working with a couple of my mates, doing some admin for a maintenance company. So that's been pretty good. And yeah, footy in general's been interesting. We're over that halfway mark now, so it's definitely going to be interesting moving forward. So without further ado, let's touch on some of the weekend's action of the footy. So Friday night, first obviously we had Brisbane v Melbourne at the Gabba, and it was Brisbane in dramatic fashion who got over the line by 5 points, 11-20-86 they kicked in the end, missed a few chances late in the last quarter, really nailed the coffin, defeating Melbourne 11-15-81. With all being said, did look better, but just weren't able to pull it off in the end. Some of the goal keys, you had Cameron with 2, Danaher with 2 as well, and Rayner with 2 as well. Pickett was the star for the Demons with 5, and Ruin kicked 2 as well. Best on ground, I thought, was Josh Dunkley with his 32, 10 tackles, 7 clearances, 12 marks, and 10 score enrollments. Lachie Neale worked his way into the game with 29, 6 clearances. McCluggage with 28, and the clutch goal at the end would go along with it. Zorko doing his thing as he's done all year off half-back, had the 28 with 9 marks, 7 intercepts, and 552 metres gained. Oliver had 29 to go along with 5 clearances, 6 tackles, and a goal. Viney was a beast with 26, 19 of them contested, 9 clearances, 8 tackles, 2 goal assists, and 10 score enrollments. But what a game it was in the end. Just that last quarter, you had to stay up to watch, and you thought Brisbane were going to finally run over. And Melbourne, all credit due, they played really, really well for, let's say, 3 quarters, but I think at the end of the day, their fitness is going to have to come in question, and they really need someone to kick down to, because I'm afraid to say Harrison Petty is not your answer. They need to put him back because he's not your answer up forward. So Van Rooyen is one for the future, so you need to make sure you keep a hold of him, but Harrison Petty isn't going to be the answer moving forward, going forward. So you need to find a way to hit the scoreboard, although I thought Pickett was enormous for them. But the real question was, what was Alex Neil-Bullen thinking? Seriously, that couldn't have been more deliberate if he had tried. As soon as he did it, and then he tried to act like it wasn't deliberate. He knew exactly what he was doing, and then he virtually cost him the game. Mind you, McCluggage was clutching that end with that last goal. Let me know what you guys think about that decision. Bailey Fritz did have a chance to tie the game in the last 50 seconds, but as much as the last quarter went, missed it narrowly, going wide, but a lot of missed chances from both teams in that last quarter. Melbourne did break the game open in the second quarter, and I thought, geez, are Melbourne back? They kicked 8 goals in the second quarter, and Cozzy Pickett had 4 goals in the first half. He was just electric everywhere. He was probably the only one really putting in some real effort for them, I thought, at some points, other than Viney too. Oliver was okay, but it's just not the same Clayton Oliver who we were talking about being a future Brownlow medalist. Joey Danaher's goal. If that isn't a demonstration of Joey Danaher, I don't know what is. Slipping over, then kicking it off the ground, trying to get it to another teammate, and then putting it through himself. It was hysterical if you ask me. Welcome back to Will Ashcroft as well. Obviously, he spent over 12 months injured, former number 1 draft pick. He had the ACL, with the time off of the ACL, and he had some impactful moments. You can see why he was taking that pick 1 and why he was such a damaging player. He would have won the Rising Star last year if he didn't get injured. Finishing with the 18 disposals, 5 marks, 5 tackles, 7 score involvements. Played him a bit more off half forward, but just wait till he warms back into it come finals time, where I believe Brisbane will be. He'll be a real damaging player for the Brisbane Lions. And we moved over to Saturday, and I had commentary down at Mount Evelyn, and what the hell was that weather, Melbourne? That's all I'm going to say. Melbourne, what the hell was that? We had problems down at Mount Evelyn with connecting to the radio, fogging up the windows, trying to commentate. So I don't imagine what it would have been like Although the first game, North Melbourne Western Bulldogs being at Marvel, the one favourable thing about having the roof this time, although can you please open it when it's sunny out? Excuse me. North Melbourne, Steve Bulldogs, and North Melbourne fought hard, but it was Bulldogs who got it done by 17 points in the end. Zerhart and Curtis kicked the 2. Waitman just does what Waitman does, three goals. And I don't know what the question and criticism is around Cody Waitman with fagging for kicks. How about we just get around him how good of a player he is? He just has a knack to kick goals, and that's what you want out of a small forward. Treloar kicked 2, who was tagged. They sent Will Phillips to Adam Treloar, not Marcus Bontempelli. Was it a bad decision? Probably. Hugo Hagen kicked 2 and Norton kicked 2. As for disposals, Tucker playing off half-back had 30 at 83% efficiency. Sheasel, 27, 82% efficiency, 5 clearances and a goal. But as the man we just talked about, could have had a massive day if he didn't kick 3 behinds and made it 3 goals, but still had 35, 20 contested, 11 clearances, and 647 metres gained. That's right, I'm talking about Marcus Bontempelli. What a game the Bont had. It was enormous. Dale just does what Dale does. 25 with 7 rebound 50s. Liberatore also had 25. Williams had 25 at 92% efficiency and 10 marks. But the crazy thing about Bontempelli is he had he was having back spasms at training midweek, and he's done it again. The week before that was the flu game, and now he comes in and does this. Is Bontempelli finally creeping forward to win that Brownlow he really deserves and probably should have won one by now, if not 2, arguably? Rory Lobb's moved to defence. Now I like this. I flagged on the podcast a while back that Norton needed to go back, or at least one of them. I was heavy on Norton going back with building the forward line around Hugo Hagen and Darcy. But I knew one of them had to go back. And if Lobb was going to fit in the team, he had to pull his finger out somehow. And that he did. He looked at home down in defence. 16 disposals he finished with, at 88% efficiency, 9 marks and 12 intercepts, which is just marking everything. I think he's built perfectly for an interceptor. He's athletic, takes a good mark. If he's not playing in the ruck, or they're not going to fit him up forward with the 3 we've already Hugo Hagen, Norton, and Darcy. So I think down back could be really a thing. And the Bulldogs are slowly coming on, just quietly. Led by, of course, skipper Bontempelli. Liam Jones was also a brick wall down back for the Dogs, keeping Nick Larkey. That's right, Super Larkey, Nick Larkey, with goalless, also having 17 disposals himself at 82% efficiency, 10 marks, and 9 intercepts. So Dogs do it again. At the same time, now AFL, let's get this straight. 2 games at the same time, especially on a Saturday afternoon. No, just no. Get your fixturing right. Now as we move to the surprising game of the round. Sydney v Fremantle at the SCG. Guess what, guys? Sydney are human. They can be beaten. And it was the Dockers who got them done by a point at Sydney's home ground, might I add. So obviously 14-14-98, defeated by 15-9-99. Hayward for the Swans kicked 3. Papley, McLean and Wicks kicked the 2. Sturt, geez, hasn't he had a good month? Kicked 3. Amos also kicked 3, while Tracy kicked the 2. Blakey was best of field with 32 off halfback, 10 marks, 9 intercepts, 9 rebound 50s, 6 inside 50s, a goal, 7 score Robbins, and 755 metres gained for the Lizard. Luke Ryan had 26 down back at 88% efficiency, and Sharp had 25 off the wing. The Dockers complete the unthinkable. Let's just say that. It was only 6 to 8 weeks ago we were talking about how boring the Dockers are to watch. And mind you, that criticism was fair. They were boring to watch. They were moving the ball slowly. They were chipping it around the back pocket between Ryan to Clark to Ryan to Clark. But now they're playing some actually attacking footy, and they look really good. The move to Hayden Young into the midfield has really helped that too. His beautiful kicking of the ball and just attacking plays really helped them, I think. But Logan McDonald had the time to really seize the moment, and unfortunately wasn't able to do it. You got to feel for the kid, but at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but as a key forward, as a key forward, those are the moments you're paid the big butts. At least register a score, mate. Let's at least register a score. Freo shut down the Swan mids. Their front... See, this is how the Freo shut down the Swan mids. We all know how much they love to push forward, kick their goals and their run. So Freo was like, we're not allowing that. We're bringing front-on pressure to the stoppage. And D's did not happen. With Nat Fyfe playing an influential role and sacrificing his game on Izak Rankine and was just with him like a dog the whole way through. Didn't allow him a step. Heaney ended up finishing with 20 disposals, 6 clearances, well below his average. And when Heaney doesn't kick a goal, I say that's nearly a win. And Fyfe had 22 disposals himself and 8 clearances. But the Swans... The Dockers, proved that the Swans are only human and can be beaten. So that's something that the front-on pressure around the stoppages, around the Swans' mids, are going to be something that other clubs, I think, are going to look for as well. This one hurt. Yep, this one hurt. Yep. Gold Coast versus Collingwood at People First Stadium. Yes, okay. We couldn't do it again, but it was Gold Coast, who are unbeatable down there. I tell you what, we gave them a run for the money, the Pies. But, geez, didn't they do... Oh, I don't know what it is. Imagine if they need to be playing finals with this list. They need to figure out how they're going to win away. They need to be playing finals. There is no reason why they shouldn't be. Damien Hardwick's done a tremendous job with the short amount of time he's had with them already. So it's 14-7, 101, defeated 13-12, 90. Ben King kicked 4. Don't know why Darcy Moore didn't go to him. You probably should be putting your hand up there, skipper, and taking the number 1 key forward. No, you like to intercept, but you probably should be putting your hand up there. Or at least after his kick 2, he had complete control. But it's enough of that one. Lukosius and Ainsworth and Long all kicked 2 as well. Nick Dacos nearly did it for the Pies again. Fortunately, just falling short. Kick 2. DeGoey was good with 2. Myercheck with 2 as well. As for disposals, Noah Anderson at 39 with 6 clearances and 5 tackles. Flanders moving from halfback into the midfield permanently now. 33 touches, 6 clearances and a goal. Miller had 31 to go along with 5 tackles and a goal. And Ainsworth from half forward had a huge game with 28, 2 goals, 9 marks, 8 scoring enrollments and 505 metres gained. But how about this for a game? And he nearly did it in the last quarter again. Nick Dacos had 32, 5 clearances, 2 goals, 2 goal assists, 9 scoring enrollments, and 691 metres gained. Geez, I'll tell you what, I don't think the Swans are that far ahead in the Brownlow when you think about it. I think it's going to be a very interesting Brownlow medal count. You got Nick Dacos coming, Paddy Cripps, Marcus Bontempelli. We'll touch on Paddy Cripps later. But yeah, it was Gold Coast, win again at home, fighting off a charging Collingwood in the last, both to Goey and Nick Dacos. How about those for goals? Dacos getting the hand back, running through and doing what Dacos does. And to Goey, that finish on the boundary line was just superb. But I want to throw my hats off to a guy I've got in my Supercoach team as well. And I've been happy with the way that I've kept him and never got rid of him. Bodie Yulin, I think it is Bodie. That attack on the ball, the halfback line, the last few minutes of the game, to put them back in front, really set up that win for the Gold Coast Suns. He's coming leaps and bounds since the first half. He started off really slow, obviously, as a first-year player, but, geez, isn't he having an impact on the first half of the second half of the season, or probably the last 6 weeks, of the halfback for Gold Coast Suns. Beautiful kick of the footy he is. And Sam Flanders, obviously, the movement to the midfield. Saturday night, we will move to now, and it was Adelaide v. the Giants. We'll go for the game, then I've got some talking points to talk about this game. 13-16-94, Adelaide defeated the Giants 12-6, 12-6-78. It was Fogarty with a 3, Rochelle, Rankin, Keys, Walker all kicked 2, Toby Green kicked the 3, Riccardi, Hogan, Kelly, and Ward all kicked 2. Hinge off half-back had 31 to go along with 8 marks and 622 metres gained. Rankin, 27, 6 clearances, 7 marks, 8 inside 50s, 2 goals, 9 score runs, and 591 metres gained. We'll touch on Rankin in a second. Dawson also had 24 to go on 10 marks and 606 metres gained. Whitfield off half-back at 41, 80% efficiency, 12 marks and 564 metres gained. Probably needs to be getting more scoring moments, impact the game though. Tom Green. I'll say it again. I love you, Tom Green. But you're yet to prove me wrong that you're not becoming an accumulator. I want you to prove me wrong. But 38 with 5 clearances and 5 tackles. And 4 score involvements, I believe it was. 4! It's just not good enough. You need to be the person to grab this GWS midfield back on your back and charge them to a flag. You're the reason. I'm really disappointed in this second half of the season with you, Tom Green. I had you as high hopes for the Brownlow. And Ash had 26 as well at 81% efficiency. But let's talk about the Giants. Let's talk about the Giants. What's going on down there? Orange Tsunami? It's extinct. At the moment, that Orange Tsunami is the Orange Tsunami is extinct. Where's it gone? Where's that run-off half-back? Where's that Debba? We mentioned Tom Green, but he's not the only one. Jesse Hogan's fallen off a bit. No, I think. Start off the season beautifully, but they're just too much one way. What is going on down there? Can I please get an answer? Because the Giants should be competing for the flag, and now they're outside the 8. What is going on? Tell you the first mistake they did. Why the hell are you allowing Izak Rankine that much space in the first half? Izak Rankine was allowed a paddock in the first half and finished with 21 disposals, 7 inside 50s, 5 clearances, 7 score involvements, 2 goals, and 2 goals too in the first half alone. Yet they did put someone to him in the second half, which slowed him down to only 27 disposals. But in that time, he influenced the Crows to go and have a 7-goal second term in just 20 minutes to turn the 12-point deficit they were trailing from the Giants to 33 points. Now, the question I've got, could Izak Rankine become one of the best players in the comp in a few years? Got all the attributes. He's moving to the midfield. He impacts the scoreboard, gets clearances, and he uses the ball beautifully all ends of the ground. Just keep an eye on. I think Izak Rankine could be one of the best players in the competition. Let me know of your thoughts in the comments on that one as well. The umpire game. Geelong v Essendon. Well done. Not to Geelong, but to those umpires. What were those decisions in the third quarter completely destroying Essendon's momentum? Had a lot of messages about that. Seriously, where's the front on contact on Sam Draper? That was as clear as front on contact as it could have been. But no, Jai Menzies was under the right amount of pressure needed by the rule book to take that over the line. But no, you give a free kick. Ridley did all he could do. Still you want to pin him. I don't know what to say anymore. I seriously don't. But as we touch on the game, Geelong v Essendon, 16-9, 105. Geelong ended up defeating Essendon 96-60 by 45 points. Stengel kicked the 3 for the Cats. Cameron with the 2. Rowan with 2. Dempsey 2 as well. Wright and Stringer kicking the 2 each for the Bombers. Bowes had 26, 7 tackles, 8 inside 50s, 1 goal, and 572 metres gained. Dempsey had 25, go on with 2 goals, 7 inside 50s, 2 goals, and 7 score involvements. Caldwell, 32 with 12 clearances and 12 tackles. Martin had 27 to go on with 10 inside 50s and 565 metres gained, may I add. We just talked on the umpires. But finally, Tom Stewart said, nah, guys, enough's enough. Let's swing my man into the midfield. And it was okay. 23 disposals, 8 marks and 4 clearances. But I tell you who did look good too. Geelong debutant Lawson Humphries. In the wet, looked at home off halfback. 15 disposals, 6 marks and 5 intercepts. 1 to look out for. And another one who's just popping up everywhere. Ollie Dempsey. Can he win the Rising Star? There's a hard case. He's averaging just over 17 disposals and a goal a game. 25 and 2 on the weekend. I think there's a case that he could win the Rising Star. Obviously trailing with George Warlow with Harley Reid out, but as we move on to Sunday. Bit of a ball fest this one anytime St Kilda plays. But St Kilda v Port Adelaide at Marvel. It was Port who got it done by 2 points, 60-62. Marshall kicked 3, playing as a forward with Tom Campbell being a lay in. And it was all individual goal kickers for Port Adelaide with Narkle, Finlayson, Horn Francis, Bergman, Butters, Evans, Lord and Mead. Sinclair for the Saints had 31 and 84% efficiency, 10 marks and 8 rebound 50s, 5 tackles, 7 score runs and 556 metres gain. Wangani Malira had 26 and 737 metres gain. Still at 25, and Wilkie had 25 and 92% efficiency and 8 intercepts. As for Port Adelaide, 28 for the Hornets. Jason Horn-Francis, 7 inside 50s, 1 goal, 2 goals, 6 and 9 score runs. Farrell off half-back had 25, gone at 92% and 564 metres gained. Rosie had 25 at 84% efficiency, 7 marks, 7 score runs and 519 metres gained. Talking points. An emotional, an emotional Ken post-game. It was good to see. It's good to see showing a bit of heart. It's more than a game, and he's in it for the long haul. He wants to be the one. He wants that job, and it just shows how much coaches love their players. I get it, but he wears his hearts on his sleeve. You can see by that. And I thought it was just a really good breath of fresh air to see. So well done to Ken Hingley and Sarah Jones for conducting that interview on Fox Footy. Aaliyah Lear was huge for the Port Adelaide, keeping Max King goalless. Jeez. Max King. What the hell is going on there? Max King. Max King. Seriously. Pull your finger out. Your brother's kicking 4. Be that big presence. You're getting paid the big bucks and going to be offered a big contract, but you are not delivering. What is going on? Seriously. But Aaliyah Lear, 22 disposals at 92% efficiency, 10 marks, 9 intercepts. Brandon Zerk-Thatcher was also good for Port with 13 disposals and 9 intercepts, may I add. Rowan Marshall played forward, looked all right, kicking 3 goals as Tom Campbell was a late in. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that moving forward. I get Tom Campbell was it because he was a late in, but they do like Rowan Marshall around the ball because he does rack up a lot of disposals as well. As we moved over to Richmond v Carlton, and was an interesting first half, may I add, but it was the Blues who got it done by 61 points in the end. Richmond 10-10-70 defeated by 2011 131. Fantasia kicked 4, Fogarty 3, Mackay, Curnow, Chincotta and Walsh with the 2. Bolter for the Tigers kicked 3 and Kaczynski kicked 2. As for disposals, you had Taranto 27-9 clearances and a goal, Hopper 25 and 5 tackles, and Rioli 24 at 92% efficiency and 7 marks. Bow down to this bloke. Jeez, 2 40-plus games in a row. He's on fire. He's coming hard for his second Charlie. He's Patrick Cripps. 40 disposals, 80% efficiency, 14 clearances, 9 inside 50s, a goal, 3 goal assists and 8 score runs. That is a huge game. And not to go quietly, Sam Walsh also had a massive game as well. 26 disposals, 85% efficiency, 5 clearances, 10 tackles, 2 goals and 11 score involvements. Who's stopping them two? I think Paddy Cripps is in unreal touch. So it's going to be interesting. The Blues are coming. And it's looking scary. Akers also had 33, 8 score runs, 551 metres gain. Newman, 28, 14 marks, 6 inside 50s, 2 goals, 10 score runs, and 690 metres gain. But the Richmond, they were impressive in the first half. They stayed with the Blues for the first half, but the Blues took control in the second half, kicking 5 goals in 3 minutes and 56. The span was 3 minutes and 56. They kicked 5. And it was just all over from there. Dusty. Interesting. Subbed out in the third quarter with a back issue. Haven't heard the extent of that one, but it is interesting to see when they're going to risk bringing him back or what's the go there. Jordan Boyd also came in last night, received a 1-match suspension for a front-on contact hit on Ryan Manson in the last quarter. He is probably stiff because of the wet, but it was clumsy. Did he mean to probably do it deliberately like that? No, I don't think he did, but it was clumsy, so I can see how why it was graded careless contact. So he gets the 1 week for that one. And the last game of the round, West Coast v Hawthorn. West Coast was so disappointing. To think I even contemplated tipping West Coast in this game because it was at home and Harley was back. Oh, God. But West Coast, 49-33, defeated by Hawthorn by 61 points, 14-10-94. The goal kicks for West Coast, Bailey Williams, Jones, McGovern, and Waterman all with one. Chol, Ginnivan, McDonald, Moore all kicked two. To go along with Watson, Gunston, Hardwick, Jeff, McKenzie, and Lloyd Meek. Disposals, Duggan had 28, 14 marks, 8 rebound 50s, 7 on 38 metres gain. He battled hard. Newcomb had 33, 8 inside 50s, and 9 score elements. Dylan Moore, geez, doesn't he just have those sort of games regularly? 29, 2 goals, 12 marks, 3 goal assists, and 11 score involvements. Warble had 28, 11 clearances, 2 goal assists, and 11 score involvements. And Will Day had 26 to go along with 7 score involvements. After being 17th in round 8, 17th, the Hawks now sit a game outside the 8. That's right. They sit a game outside of the 8. It's amazing, really. I can't believe... I don't know what they have... let me rephrase that again. What they have is heart. They try, they go in hard, they hunt the ball, but I don't think there's anything special about them. It's building. It's going to be special, but I don't think it is special this year. But what they do have is heart, which will beat a lot of teams when they're not on. So that's the one thing I will give credit to them. They dominated the clearance battle 38-19 and 44 to centre bounce. 44-4 in the centre bounce. James Sicily went off with a shoulder injury. Confirmed today, nothing serious, does not need surgery, and is a possibility to play this weekend, which is a good sign for the Hawks. Let's touch on the ladder. Then we'll get into the Marty Party 22 tips / previews. We'll touch on the Supercoach as well while we're here. Ladder. So obviously on first place we have Sydney, Carlton second, Fremantle third on 38, Essendon also on 38 and fourth, Geelong in fifth on 36, Collingwood sixth on 36, seventh is Port Adelaide on 36, and eighth is Brisbane, who's stuck in the 8 on 34 points. Now listen to this, all on 32 points are as followed: 9th Western Bulldogs, 10th GWS, 11th Gold Coast, 12th Melbourne, 13th Hawthorn. So they can all make finals. These ones probably can't. So 14th on 22 points, Adelaide. 15th on 20 points, St Kilda. 16th on 12 points, West Coast. 17th on 8 points, Richmond. And 18th on 4 points, you have North Melbourne. Now, I think it's time to get into it. Do you know what time it is? Let's start that on again. Sorry, guys. Jeez, I did had the function button down. So let's start that on again. And I want to be able to hear the music. So you ready? Do you know what time it is? It's the Marty Party 22. Let's go. It's like a DJ here, just flicking it around. Up and about. No, but so Marty Party 22. Last week we didn't post any polls of who was going to be on it last week, but I decided we needed defenders, so made the executive decision and put Sam Flanders in there. So well done, Sam Flanders. This week we still need defenders, so let's read out who we've got at the moment. At the moment it stands Tom Liberatore, Luke Jackson, James Warple, Jake Waterman, Harley Reid, Darcy Jones, Nick Dacos, Peter Dacos as team manager, Christian Petrarca, Jeremy McGovern, Toby Green, Joel Amarty, Dan Houston, George Warlow, Sam Flanders. Yeah, I'm going to make the... No, that's a lie. Sorry, I apologise for that one. Don't listen to that one. The two players that I'm going to put up for voting here. Bear in mind, we do need forwards. The first player I'm going to have is... He had 32 disposals and was best of field. Going to put up Lizard Nick Blakey. Lizard Nick Blakey would dominate on a night out. You can just see the fact he brings the energy. He'd be the live wire on a night out, chucking down a few beers, maybe a few voddy raspberries, but he'd just be the live wire. The second player I'm going to put up is you're going to a karaoke bar. Actually, no. No, you need a leader. Sorry, you need a leader on this team, and I'm looking here. You need someone who's going to take the reins. Yep, someone who I believe would be in Brownlow contention. Second player I'm going to go with is he had 40 disposals. It's 2 weeks in a row he's had 40 disposals and 14 clearance. Paddy Cripps. So the people I'm choosing are Nick Blakey and Paddy Cripps. Let me know in the comments who you think should be a part of the Amati Party 22, and also vote on the poll on the story when that goes live. As soon as if you see this post of the Amati Party 22, it means the poll will be live as well. So go on that as well. We'll skip over we'll go over the Supercoach leaderboard. Won't bother going through all the games. We'll just go over the leaderboard. The leaderboard rank leagues versus rigs. Leagues versus leagues. Okay, in first place on 56 points, so he's 2 games clear, is Burke's Battlers. Second place, Colonel Sanders. Third place, Reese with Hot Pies. Fourth place, we got Riles. Fifth, in it to win it, Zach. Sixth, always winning, Izak. Seventh, Mavs team. Eighth, Wang's out for 2 metre. Ninth, Fiddler. 10th, Ethan's Dream Team. 11, Wax on Westhoff. 12th, Tricky, myself. 13th, Greeky. 14th, Zaddy. 15th, West Coast Eagles. And in last place, Ben Cousins, lift your game closer. I don't think he's even touched his team. But let's go through the tips and then let's wrap up this week's episode. I hope to have something for you next week. Possibly a guest we'll have, but we'll also have the round preview. This will always be happening from now on. If it's just me, it doesn't matter. It'll always be out, but the potential the guest can be thrown in there too as a double upload for the week. So look forward to that. Friday. Jesus. What a way to really get my heart pumping. Collingwood v Essendon. Obviously, I'm going to go with the Pies. Now, John Nobles ended concussion protocols, so he will be out. And Bo McCleary was subbed off with a calf strain and is likely to miss. But I'm still going to back my boys in. North v Gold Coast at Marvel. This is the one Gold Coast need to win. And, I'm just going to have to back in Gold Coast. I'm going to back in Gold Coast to prove that they can play over here. So you have a drink of water. Port Adelaide v Bulldogs at the Adelaide Oval. I'll go Bulldogs on a limb. Geelong v Hawthorn at GMHBA Stadium. Geelong, Hawthorn to got the first loss in a while, I think, down GMHBA. But it's always a good game between those two. Giants v Carlton at NG Stadium. I don't see the Carlton losing this. Giants need to lift their game. They want to make a statement. This is the game, but I think Carlton will win this one. 8:10 on Friday, Fremantle v Richmond at Optus. Going to go to Dockers comfortably in that one. Sunday, 1:10, we got Melbourne and West Coast at the G. Going to go with the Demons. 3:20 at Marvel, you got St Kilda and the Swans. Going to go with the Swans. And at 4:10 on Sunday to round out the week, we have Brisbane v Adelaide at the Gower. I'm going to go to Brisbane. Well, thank you guys for listening. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, _, or Facebook is just _, but the rest is _. Make sure to click the notification bell on Spotify, on everywhere you get this, YouTube. Make sure you don't miss anything. Subscribe to our YouTube, because I'll be putting out some videos on that too. And until next week, see ya.